Good afternoon, this is Evan with Build Brothers Roofing and Solar doing a digital inspection out here for a home in escrow. Now when we start these digital inspections, we want to start under the eaves. So you have your fascia board, your rafter tails, and then under here is your plywood. And so we start these inspections under the eaves to get a good condition of the wood and what kind of condition it is in currently. Now, it does look like this was freshly painted. And when it is painted, that does make it a little bit more difficult to see what kind of condition the wood is in. But a few areas where there can be potential damage, right here, as you can see by the edge. So what we look for when wood is compromised is either termite damage, wood rot, or dry rot. So some of the wood does look to be in decent condition, but some are a little questionable. Those areas that I pointed out earlier, right here. And then there was an area here that I wanted to point out, right here as well. So definitely something worth taking a look at. Then you have your conduit for the solar. It was around here if you follow all the way through to the smart meter, the panel. And if I inspect under this shed, you can definitely see some withering, some deterioration with the boards. And then also the rafter tails, the fascia, some obvious damage here. It's a clear sign of termites getting through. Also wanted to point out more damage on the front part of the house. Looks like it was already marked, but yeah, a lot of termite damage here. This area, there, really all over this front section here on this front part of the roof. So I am on a tar and gravel roof, and I'd like to point out a couple things. First thing I notice is you have a couple different levels of slope. So here you have a steeper slope than here, which is more of a flatter section and really low slope. Another thing I noticed immediately is that over time, as the amount of gravel has reduced, somewhere down the line, more gravel was added. You can tell just by the different color. You have like a reddish, maroonish color, and then you have gray gravel as well, that gray color. So that was added, and which is a good thing, that preserves the life of it. Another positive thing I noticed about this roof is that the material is not withering away from the drip edge, which is good. The tar goes all the way up to the edge. Now, with that being said, I do not notice any gravel stop. And gravel stop is extremely important on a tar and gravel roof, and I'm not seeing any here. And so like a section right here, there's nothing really stopping that gravel from, flying off. And so the gutter's starting to fill up with that. Wind-driven rain, wind, and just regular rain without much wind will cause that. Now the drip edge is a 2-inch, so that shows that was updated. And then we have a solar system here. So it is a bit concerning to me that the solar was installed over the pergola. Do not see this too often. I'm assuming they installed the solar here just because there's not enough room on these sections with the AC here and with the solar water heater. And you're getting a direct south-facing direction for efficient production. However, the way this was installed does raise some concern. Over time, this will become a failure point. Here you have 12 Hyundai 270 watt panels. And so the way this was mounted is obviously for the south-facing direction. I'm not sure if there was panels in this empty section here before, or if it was just installed there for additional in the future. And yeah, so just the way this was installed, obviously it passed inspection, but it's still a concern, and we would want to install this system properly. Another concern here is some ponding. You're seeing ponding building up over the seam. That's just where debris and moisture will sit and build up. I'd like to address this material on top of this roof. So right here we have a solar water heater. These are used to save money on the gas bill. Heats up the water before use. But again, it does raise concern just with, you know, how big of an item it is sitting on the roof and the penetrations. And that will connect all the way down here. And then you have a AC unit. This is a Lennox Elite series. So this is a very old unit, but it was one of the best models back then. The sticker was ripped off, so you can't find a manufacturer's date on it. And you have the air ducting just spread out all over this roof here. And so because of the age of the roof and because of these items, in an ideal world, we would want to delete this. We would want to delete all this. Ducting all over the roof can cause problems in the near future. And so we would recommend deleting this and then adding mini splits for the home instead for the air conditioning. And we would also delete the solar water heater as well. And so to do that, I am going to recommend a full tear off of this roof. What we'll do is we will tear off the top layer, get rid of the tar and gravel, tear off the tar, get down all the way to the wood decking and address any bad wood. Bad wood is always an unknown variable, and we will not know the amount of bad wood to be replaced until we get down to that wood decking layer. And we'll identify all the wood decking, all the boards that have been significantly compromised by termites, dry rot, or wood rot, and replace that. After we do that, for this sloped section here, I'm going to recommend our Owens Corning shingle. And so after we get down to the wood decking and replace the bad wood, we'll be installing our synthetic underlayment material, which is an upgrade from the 2 layers of felt paper that is still used today. Synthetic is much better. It self-adheres properly to the wood decking, stronger and safer of a material. And then we will be installing our Owens Corning shingle over the synthetic. We're an Owens Corning preferred contractor, so that'll come with a 50-year manufacturer's warranty, as well as a lifetime workmanship warranty with Build Brothers. Now, to address the flatter section of the roof and the lower slopes, I'm going to recommend our TPO material, which is a commercial grade flat roofing system. It was originally designed as a pool liner in Sweden, and now it is commonly used on commercial buildings for flat roofing system and residential. So we are going to do the shingle roof and then adhere the TPO to the shingle. The TPO will go under 3 to 4 courses of shingle for proper integration. And the TPO is one membrane, so it will allow for proper water runoff. Under the TPO, we'll be installing our FR10 underlayment. With that, we will be resealing all penetrations, doing new flashings, installing brand new 2-inch drip edge around the perimeter of the roof. And with the old AC unit and the solar water heater deleted, we are going to recommend reinstalling the solar panels in a proper location so that we can get rid of this concern here that I'm having right now. So we will be removing the panels, doing the entire roof project, and then reinstalling the panels, testing for operation and making sure they are fully operational after we do all that. I'm going to write all of this up, send this video out. We'll get this information to the right. And then we also have this clay tile roofing system over this shed. Obviously it's aged quite a bit. As you can see, the replacement tiles on this side, mastic repairs, and quite a bit of withering, cracks in the tile. Clay tile cracks pretty easily, so that's not surprising. But but we can write that up and include that as well.